Host. Ladies and gentlemen of the crypto space, we're live on a Friday, August 13th at 11:46 a.m. Today will be a quick stream. I have a very busy day, but I wanted to get on with you guys and talk a little bit about stuff that's going on. I haven't looked at the DXY, I haven't looked at the S&P, unfortunately, but Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other assets have been doing quite well. And that's meaningful. That's a good Friday going into a weekend. So I think, consistent with everything that I often talk about, less action is better than more action. What's pertinent is our convictions, and being comfortable with where we deploy capital is not necessarily a hodl type mentality, but it's a foresight type mentality. And hodl is more like buy low, sell high, and that is not something I necessarily advocate often, if ever. But assets that are working assets, productive assets, yeah, that makes sense to hodl because they're working for you. And we want things that work for us so we don't have to work for ourselves. Today's the Friday. That is Friday the 13th, 30 Sanchez. I think it's going to be Moon. I'm not really a doom kind of guy, but I'm a prepared kind of guy. You got to hedge the hedges of the hedges. You know how we talk on the stream, boys and girls. Today's brief topic: disinflation is powerful, second only to deflation. Today's episode is sponsored by Change Angel, the non custodial swap exchange for social goods. Stop depositing on exchanges, not your keys, not your crypto, non custodial DeFi, or nothing at all. Bams, pop it over to the main screen and see who's in the stream. We got Hunter in the house. Happy Friday, Matthew. What's up? It is Friday the 13th. All right, just a couple of things. Francis Coppola. Oh my God. I mean, if you can't be any more wrong, you can't be any more wrong. So, you can't send anything to an offline wallet. I like it. This is just maximum cringe. This has been making its rounds because this is going to go down as an epic. She has no idea what she's talking about. What's her pedigree? Whoa! I got blocked. Wow. She has no idea what she's talking about. Like literally no idea. And I got blocked for writing what? I wrote where is it? No, it's over here. She blocked me for Francis Coppola. That's exactly how it works. And I put this sigh image. Like literally she has no idea what she's talking about. The whole point of a hardware wallet is that it's offline. If you leave it plugged in, you don't have to leave it plugged in. Whose hardware wallet is plugged in all the time? You can plug your hardware wallet in, thus making it a temporary online wallet. But if the wallet at the other end is offline, the payment will fail. No, it won't. It goes through. You could send transactions to whoever you want anytime. So you have to message your friend to tell them to plug in your wallet? No, you don't. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. That's like blockchain 101, first day. Did you realize what she just said? So you have to message your friend to tell them to plug their wallet in? You can't send anything to an offline wallet? Wow. Okay. Anyway, so I got caught up on that, and this side message is probably how my brain feels. Very much so right now. Matthew, still having bandwidth problems? No, bandwidth seems to be actually massive today. Maybe they're doing an upgrade because I'm getting like some serious bandwidth today, finally. What's everyone up to this weekend? Probably just relaxing, trying to unplug. I got my convictions and my assets of choice. They're productive assets. They work for me, so I don't have to work for myself. So I sit back, spend time with my family, my three girls, and relax knowing that I've made the appropriate choices over the years. Thoughts on Sushi coming, the Show You NFT platform. Very interesting. I mean, NFTs are hot. Um, the most important thing to understand with NFTs is if you're trying to sell them, you're probably playing it wrong. If you're buying them because you like them, that's cool, but don't expect to sell them. Um, for me, I don't expect to sell them. It'd be nice to break even on the amount of capital I've deployed, and then I could just hold the rest to all eternity, and that's what I want to do. But it's not about speculative purchasing for resale purposes. Food for thought. Food for thought. Frank, a pleasure. Winter in trading. Good morning. Wave mappers, ADA closely. Yeah, so that's cool if they're finally making some progress. I wouldn't be interested in holding any ADA. It's not a very productive asset. You make a couple percent, but it's inflationary percent. It's proof of stake. And I don't think they have any deflationary pressures or there's no burn component. So that was a nice addition with the IP 15559 to Ethereum. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone do some due diligence on Cardano and see if there's any disinflationary components. There's a burn component part of transactions to offset the inflationary pressure of proof of stake. Um, I'd be quite curious. Not that it still would affect my interest really in holding Cardano ADA, but I could tell you this for certain, guys. Just like all the other platforms, Polygon, Solana, Avalanche, Phantom. Come on, let it come online. Let's get some bridges. Let's see some DeFi. So that's cool in that regard. I look forward to using it. That's the name of the game. Winner in trading, hit the thumbs up. 20 people in the stream, 9 likes. We can do better. How you doing? No, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Good morning. Am I still in Ohm? I am not. I don't need to be exposed to it. Ohm works hand in hand with Frax. I much prefer my Frax allocation. Frax is a deflationary asset, FXS. So that's what catches my fancy. And the title of the stream was, disinflation versus deflationary assets. There's a meaningful difference. Um, Very few deflationary assets that have been successful over the years. Bitcoin isn't deflationary. It's a disinflationary asset, and it won't be fixed supply until way past 2100, year 2100. So it's a disinflationary asset, less emissions over time. So that throws people off, I think. And yeah, I know fixed supply, 21 million, but every second of every day, there's more and more of the assets in circulation, but less every 4 years. So it's a disinflationary asset. So folks, that's a very important thing to understand. Disinflation is very powerful, second only to deflation. Thoughts on Polygon, and I do not know the Hermes ZK merge. I'm not aware of what's going on. There's so much stuff. Polygon's cool. You guys know what I think about Polygon. That tweet thread is peak no coiner cope. That tweet, this thing is crazy. This is she's so wrong. And then she goes around banning people. Like she literally has no idea what she's talking about. That's crazy. That's dangerous right there because cryptocurrencies are just so everywhere right now and so important to be knowledgeable on them. And she has no idea what she's talking about. That's scary, dangerous dissemination of false information. Thoughts about Andre C. tweet about Polygon? I haven't seen it, but usually anything that comes out of his mouth is quite important to consider and understand. Um, so disinflation curve's going through a significant disinflation today. The original vesting contract for folks that provided liquidity prior to the Curve asset launch runs out. So I have a bunch that are. It's done. Wow, that's crazy. 15,000 Curve later. I have 11. That's cool. That ends today. Very soon. Lock tokens 11. Oh. So I was a liquidity provider for Curve before CRV got launched. This was early last year. So 30% reduction in emissions today, boys and girls. That's a thirding, not a halving, but a thirding. So there's a supply shock incoming for Curve, significant supply shock. And price of Curve was doing pretty well today. So it's a heck of a green candle in the face of Ethereum ripping above that green line. Third time, well, fourth time, and a couple of small. Well, they're all wicks above this. This green line's crazy. Look at that closing price action on what was that 1360? That's crazy. Wow. So Curve being bullish in the face of that means it's appreciated in price significantly. Um, I don't have CoinGecko up to look at the price point. But Polygon, Jackson says the Polygon merge is them purchasing another L2 ZK rollup platform for like 250 million treasury funds. Okay, L2 ZK. So Polygon, that's what Polygon's trying to do. They're supposed to have a bunch of modules, and I like Polygon significantly. I want to use it as a network. I don't really see it's not a productive asset, and as I've always said, and I have more conviction now than ever, is really productive assets are where I want my capital deployed to. Curve bribes, yeah. So VE curve might become a productive asset. It's not really an asset. It's just like a position where you deposit your capital. There's no way to withdraw it. But that's quite interesting. Curve bribes, you could actually get paid for voting, and you don't have to you don't have to take the bribe. And if it's something that you like and your ideology says, all right, this is a good way to vote, then of course you take the bribe, and you're representing someone else that wants to the votes in that direction, and you're also representing yourself. That's a perfect reason to accept the bribe. It doesn't have to go contrary to what you believe. So that's quite interesting. I mean, I'm still stuck on this that Francis Coppola stuff. That's crazy. I I want to go back. I want to see how many followers she has. For someone, how many followers does she have? Like, she has no idea what she's talking about. That's crazy. That's crazy. Blows my mind. Um, is there anything interesting prod asset like Convex on Polygon? Uh, Not really. Not to my knowledge. Nothing that has the time-tested, mother-approved stamp of confidence. You don't need to search out the new hottest asset and take risk. That's what so many people do, and that's why so many people deploy capital like rabbits in the NFT space. And oh, it's new. I got to get in really quick. I'm going to lose an opportunity. No, the crypto space is just like any other asset class. You want something that has proven itself, something that has a track record, something that has predictability and a minimized risk profile. And assets that have been around for the last year significantly minimized risk profile. I mean, come on, guys, this thing is cranking out 60% yield. 60% is life changing. That's a crazy amount of yield. So save your money, accumulate your money, and 60% return on your money. And clearly, it's in curve denomination, which is a volatile asset, has the potential to depreciate, but it's been appreciating significantly. It was like 30, 40% it's up this week. This thing was in 680 for a while. And I mean, if you really want risk minimized stablecoin yield, that's the M stable GUSD pool. This has got to be the most risk minimized stablecoin pool I've ever seen, with emissions obviously in the volatile MTA governance asset, but that's besides the point. I'm not connected. Let's connect. Boop. 42%. That's cool. I mean, I mean that's really cool. That's on dollars. Um, Captain Weber's in the house. A pleasure, my friend. A pleasure. Invite her to up only. I'm not doing anything. People have to learn if they want to learn, but that's really crazy to be so vocally wrong, to just literally say something that's just like technologically wrong. That's strange behavior. I'll be honest, I thought the same of her when I first was getting into crypto. Hopefully she just actually learned how it works. Yeah, she's should be embarrassed. Like really embarrassed. That's bad. Does sushi have any deflationary pressure? Sushi, by the way, gets hit with the curve phenomenon. It has emissions, so it gets sold. But I think sushi could come around eventually. The sushi isn't what it was when it first was launched. Sushi is basically FTX, and they've taken sushi in a serious direction. Sushi isn't sushi anymore, I guess. Might as well call it. FTX, but it's awesome. And I just don't have capital to deploy to it. Otherwise, I'd probably be in like an X sushi position. Andre posted on governance for O sushi, so I think they're heading in a very interesting direction, and it is a productive asset. Albeit, how much? I mean, that's the thing. Opportunity cost. Oh my God, this is the most productive asset I've ever seen in my entire life. 61.71% with this price appreciation. CVX has been going up in value. I mean, there's a lot of plays, and I don't want to take the risk. I don't want Adamant Finance 1,000 or what was it? Is it Beefy Finance and all these auto compounding pools and all this smart contract risk and exposure. I don't have time for this shit. Uniswap, Curve, Frax, Bancor, Aave, M Stable's time tested, mother approved at this point. Stick to the majors. Why are you guys messing around with new stuff? Like Ohm sounds cool. I get a kick out of it. I'll check back in 6 months. I'll check back in a year and see what it's doing and see how its monetary policy is going. I'm just saying. Never early, never late. I don't need to be early. I don't need to be early. So let that sink in, and if that helps, it does. So I'm going to wrap up the stream. I got a whole lot of stuff going on. I got a couple minutes in today. It's better than nothing, but it's all good. It's Friday. I wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Take time off, find conviction in your positions, hedge the hedges of the hedges. You know, gold and silver are beautiful, and bonds are cool, 10 years, and maybe some T-bills, and dollars are important. You need your dollars, and if you don't want to be in all dollars, you can do dollar stable coins. You get 40% on your money from M stable. So there's a lot of stuff to consider, a lot of choices, and you don't need to be like, where am I going to get 1,000% on Polygon? You don't need to do that, and you don't need to have that anxiety and that fear of missing out. And what am I going to do? I'm buying and selling and buying and selling. And shit, you could just hold Bitcoin at this point. I mean, you got the CEO of major corporations and Twitter just talking about Bitcoin, and they discount Ethereum. So literally, that is simple unto itself. And you don't have to worry about buying low, selling high, and over the coming years, it'll go up in value. Keep it simple. That's the most important thing, and I'll end the stream on that. You don't need to overtrade. You don't really need to trade at all. Find your conviction. Less is more. Never go all in, never spread too thin, and expand your time horizon to multitudes of years. And you'll focus on well-being, comfort, not the protocol, but the meditation type shit. I'm just saying. I wish you all a good weekend, winter in trading. A pleasure. After party on Discord. I tell everyone to subscribe. See you then.